Okay, let's switch it on here. Oh. Oh. The light just, either the light just burned out or something else happened just now. Okay, I think the light just burned out, maybe it's, yeah. How significant is the light? Sometimes the light plays an important role, believe it or not. I don't see it on the schematic here even. Okay, so there's that crackly sound again. But what we're going to do, since the schematic provides us lots of important information, we're going to go through and do a pile of voltage checks here. So you know what? Maybe we won't use this meter. Let's use this one here. So I'm going to run the amp on restricted voltage. While we're doing this, just in case something is being stressed near the limit, I can back away from the limit a little bit. Well, you know, that's going to drop all these voltages a lot, isn't it? So that's reading 150 there. I think that's way low. Now let's put it back on full here. We'll just have to take the risk so we can get the right voltages. Now we're reading on the 500 volt scale, that's just over, it's like 210. 210 there. Okay, so the first test is right off of the 5Y3 rectifier. We should be seeing 400 volts on pin number 2. It even gives us the pin number on the 5Y3. So the 5Y3 is right there. Ooh, trying to spot the pin. I don't like the popping sound there. It scares me. Let's see. Pin number, what did I say it was? Because I can see it now. Pin number, I think it was 2, wasn't it? Pin number 2, 400 volts. Okay, so that's pin number 2 right here. And it's dead on. It's 400 and, you know, on my meter it's 400. Okay, so that's good. 6V6. 2 of them now. 6V6s are here, I believe. No, maybe they're here. Yeah, 6V6s are these 2 tubes here. Okay, and so we would like to take a look at the plate on its pin 3 and 355 volts. Pin 3, 1, 2, 3. I got this. Put the light in the way, didn't I? Where are we? 1, 2, 3. This tube's been resoldered a lot, it looks like. And sloppy work there. Hey. There we go. So I make that out to be 365. That's pretty good. Now we'll look for the same pin on the other tube. And luckily the other tube is in the same rotation. Pin 3. One, 3. I think this is 3 here. Very low voltage there. Maybe this is 3. There it is there. Okay, so does the plate have a resistor going between the two plates somehow? No. So I'm not sure what I just measured. Let's try it again. One, 2, 3. Okay, so I believe this is 3. Now there's the high voltage. I don't know if my arm was in the way there when I did that or not, but it showed up just fine. Okay, on the same tube, pin 4 should have a little less voltage, a little under 300. So we'll try that now. So pin 4 would be this one here, 300, and that would be that one there. Okay, so the voltage is there, which is fine. The next one is cathode 17.5 volts. And the cathode is pin number 8. It's an 8-pin tube, so that's pretty easy. Okay. And let's get a better reading here. We're on the 50-volt scale now. Pin number 8. And we're reading 18 volts on my meter. Sounds like 17 to me. And likewise, same thing on the other output tube. It's going to be right here. And there you got exactly the same voltage. So we know the output tubes are in good shape in terms of bias and things like that. That's very important to check. So now we'll take a look at the 6AV6 plate. 6AV6 is going to be this tube way up in here. And pin number 7, 135 volts. Pin number 7. So 135 volts. That's a 7-pin tube. So that's pin number 7, right? Whoa! Scared the heck out of me there. I'm sure that's 7. And we're getting 150 volts on it. It's supposed to be 135. My meter's not so accurate, so that's good. That's fine. 12AX7 now. Plate is low at 100 volts. 12AX7. 12AX7 is this 9-pin tube right here. 12AX7. Pin number 1 is the plate at 100 volts. Pin number 1 is the plate at 100 volts. I'm on the 150 volt scale. There's 150 volts there. That's significantly different than what they're suggesting here. 12AX7. There's 2 plates. No, I'm sorry, 12AX7, yeah, there's 2 plates. Oh, pin 2. No, that's 6SN7. 12AX7. Oh, here we are, plate 6. Okay, the way they've listed it's a little bit confusing. Plate 6 and plate 1 should both have 100 volts. Now let's see if it's the same. So we did 1. We did 1, and it's like 150 volts. And then 7 would be here. Not 7. Yeah, it's pin 6. Okay, pin 6. There it is, exactly the same voltage. So we're not going to worry about that right now. A little extra voltage on the plate, probably not causing any kind of problem. Because I don't think a 12AX7 is limited to 100 volts. Next thing would be the cathode, pin 8 and pin 3. We should be seeing 0.8 volts. Okay, so we're on the 5 volt scale now on my meter. And 0.8 volts. This is quite important. 12AX7 pins 3 and 8. Okay, so here's 8. And that's about a volt there. Yeah. And the other pin is pin number 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh, don't slip. Don't slip. About the same. Very good. That's exactly what we wanted to see. Now we go to the 6SN7. And it only gives a couple numbers, so I wonder why. Okay, a couple numbers. So 6SN7, cathode pin 6, 2.25. So the 6SN7 is sitting right here. And the pin, cathode plate, cathode's pin number 6. Pin number 6. That's an 8 pin tube, so 6 would be right here. Okay, we're reading on the 5 volt scale about 2 volts, and it's supposed to be 2.25, so we're right in range there. And the plate voltage is supposed to be around 200, and that's on pin number 2. Pin number 2, plate, oh, let's get some room for this. I'm on the 500 volt scale now, so it should read about 2/5 of the way up. Pin number 2. Pin number 2 is here. There it is, just over 200 on my meter. So all those voltages are correct. Excellent. Now that's pretty quiet. A bit of a noisy control here. And the noise does seem to have gone down a fair bit. So I think we got to put in a signal here. So we'll try to stay away from that magnetic input if we can. And we'll look at, interesting, yeah. So the 686 is only used in the magnetic position, magnetic cartridge position. Otherwise, the signal is fed straight to the 12AX7. So we'll pick any input other than the magnetic one. Now, so let's figure out which one's the magnetic one. The magnetic one is, the magnetic input is top right, top left rather, top left. So we'll pick a different input. Volume down, tone generator down. We'll pick the next one over, which is right here. Okay, it's just as if we plugged something in the top. I'm thinking that's magnetic there. That should be the input I'm on. Let's see if it is. Doesn't look good. There it is. Okay, so according to the back chart, I'm on the TV input. TV input. Isn't that interesting? Eh? This is from 1950 something, and they have a TV input. That seems pretty good, eh? I don't hear any static crashing or anything now. That's really very good. So we'll break the signal here. And even this is a hum maker. We'll turn it up. Just select another input and get rid of the hum. Now I got this thing cranked open wide. I need to clean that control, and that little bits of noise may disappear. Well, I think we're just basically proving that this amp works really well. Now we got to feed a signal into that magnetic input, and doggone it, do I have a low enough signal for it? Well, let's give this a try. Wow, a little hard to clip in there. I can't do it with these clips. Slippery clips here. Okay. Okay, we'll feed this signal in, put volume down, and the switch is on a different input. Okay, we think that's phono. Volume down. Volume up. Small signal in. What do you think? I don't think I'm on. I don't think the switch is working the way I think it is. So right around the other end of it. There it is. So those first 6 settings, or however many it is, 5 or 6 settings, are selecting different tonal effects. You can't hear with this tone. But it sounds fine, doesn't it? Oop. Yeah, plenty high. Well, this amp is in great shape. I think that's basically what we can conclude here. The little scratchy sounds I heard at first don't seem to be very important at all now. Yeah, I think it's 100%. Let's switch off. Try as I may to find something wrong with this unit, I'm not finding anything wrong with it at all. I'm almost disappointed in a way. but I shouldn't be. It's great to see something like this working like this. So switch is off, and let's see, what are we going to do? I don't think we have anything more to do with this. Hey, it's on to the next radio. Yeah, maybe that's what we're going to do. Next radio, please.